What's good, everyone? It's your boy Dak908, aka the Dig Dug himself, and ladies and gents, we're back with more Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate, and we're going to be fighting the Arzuros this time around. Now, the Arzuros is a very simple monster to fight. He's just kind of like the Bull Drum, but kind of easier, in my opinion, because he doesn't move as quickly. He does not have a lot of health, so he's a fairly weak monster. You can kind of come in here and do relatively decent damage to him, no problem at all. Now, first, let me just say this. The armor I'm wearing is a Tetsukabra armor. I have not made a video about Tetsukabra yet. That's because I made this particular video out of line of the Tetsukabra video. The Tetsukabra video will be the video, not the next video, but the video after that. I messed up and forgot about Arzuros and had to go back, and I forgot to switch out the armor, so I have 150 health on this set right here because the skills on that set, so that's why I'm like buff. But anyway, Arzuros, here we go. He's not very tough, okay? He's not very tough. The only thing you should really look out for is that he actually has a pinning attack. Granted, this pinning attack is very easy to get out of, and it's not very damaging pinning attack. So once you see him, once he has you knocked down on the ground, usually he'll only do this when he's tired. Smash buttons. I usually just twirl the sticks. Twirl your left stick, and you'll be able to get out before he even does any real damage to you. So that's the first thing I want to actually point out. Second thing I want to point out is he actually uses most of the attacks are actually claw-based attacks, where he'll swipe at you with his claws. Now, most of these attacks are fairly easy to dodge and don't really do any damage. The only ones you really have to worry about is when he like tries to. I wanted to avoid saying this, but when he attempts to start dabbing, I guess most of you kids out there know what that is, but once he kind of winds that up, that attack hurts a lot. He also has a claw attack where he'll look like he was trying to give you a hug. That one hurts a lot as well too, so just watch out for those two attacks. The rest of them are kind of just whatever attacks. He's actually very weak to attacks on his butt. Yes, his butt, his rear, whatever you want to call it, and his head. So if you do damage to either of these two sections of his body, you'll be fairly okay in doing the damage. His arms, however, are actually quite armored. So once you go from your green to your yellow sharpness, you actually bounce off of his arms immediately. You can still damage the rest of the body, but not his arms. His arms, they are armored. So you can see his arms are armored. So you just kind of have to watch out for that if you are lower on the sharpness end. Next, his weakest element is ice. Ice and then thunder. So if either of these two things, you'll do fairly decent damage to it. I will say the thunder has one zone, I think on his arms, has the most damage you can do elementally, and that is thunder. It's like 30 thunder but like 20 ice, but ice has better hit zones elementally regardless. So the best weapon element to use will be ice, because it's generally just easier to use if you have an ice or a thunder weapon by now. Now lastly, a couple more things to talk about. His armor is booty. Don't pick it up. His armor just sucks. Alright, I'm sorry guys. Don't pick it up ever under any circumstance. I will say, if you really need the armor, I guess go for it. It does have defense up, but it also has attack down. It also has a skill called Honey Hunter, which actually gives you an increased ability to gather honey when you're gathering honey. So maybe if you're really about gathering honey, you can wear the armor or whatever. But it's a defensive set. There's literally attack down, but it does have quite a few slots, so if you can actually jam out the attack down, it should be relatively okay. Now lastly, his weapons. They also kind of suck. His hunting horn is pretty decent. It has pretty decent songs on it early on. It has some pretty decent songs. You can actually upgrade it, not necessarily a fair amount, but you can upgrade it twice before you get to the point where you should really question the fact that you're still using this particular weapon. His other weapons, like his longsword and his switch axe, not so much. The switch axe is kinda okay because it has poison, but in order to actually upgrade it to be worth anything, you have to go a little bit higher in the game. But I mean, that's kind of that. I mean, I think he has a bow gun, but I admit I'm not a gunner. I apologize for those who are gunners. I should probably maybe start covering the gunner stuff in these videos, like the gunner armor and like the gunning weapons, but I kind of don't, so I apologize for you guys. Maybe if you want me to do that, let me know. If there's enough of you guys out there, I will definitely make those accommodations, because it'll give me more to talk about. I know you guys like when I do the informative videos. I mean, it's a quick one. It's a 4-minute video, but it's informative nonetheless. But regardless, that's pretty much everything I can tell you about the Arzuros within 4.5 minutes. Again, not a really tough monster. Give most of his weapons a miss, and give his armor kind of a miss too. So, it is what it is. You all take care. I'll see you on the next one.